Hi everyone, we've gone over. We're here. We're playing Star Trek Adventures yet again. It's a Tuesday. I got my Star Trek hoodie on. Can only mean one thing. It's Shackleton Expanse. Let's go. I'm here with lovely assembled assorted human beings and other aliens. Let's meet those aliens today. Anita, how are you?
I am well. I am. It's been a week, and it's only Tuesday. Yeah, I'm doing okay though. I've got a bunch of new commissions just dropped into my lap, and so I'm keeping busy on the graphic design front.
Nice.
That's basically about it.
All you can say.
Yeah.
Tom, how about you?
Hi.
How's it going?
It's okay. It's all right. It's only Tuesday, which is a bad thing. But I'm only working till Thursday, all day week.
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
That's not too bad.
Same.
But it's wet. So that's another negative to this week. But apart from that,
Just getting damp at work.
Just getting damp at work, as you do, as everyone does. Sure, why not?
I mean, I don't get damp at work.
Not really. Not much is going on for me here. I'm just excited to be playing again, as
All
always.
Right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Tim, how are you doing?
No, hi. It's the beginning of my week. I'm having lunch, and it's raining outside here too. Crazy. Yeah, I think that's about it. I got nothing.
Right.
Oh, my season premiere was last night. So after you're done watching us play, go watch my show. Not last night, Sunday night. We're 2 nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
It's solid.
Where can we check it out?
I've written an entire season on Twitch / the GM Tim.
Cool.
Until the end of the week, and then it will be on my YouTube at the GM Tim.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's really good. I wrote an entire season. I'm gonna share it with you because I want to show off.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, that's about it for me. That
awesome.
That was my big thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to play a group game of Baldur's Gate 3 tonight with some friends. We're going to stream that too if you want to come watch. But yeah, it's
awesome.
I mean, I don't know if you guys will be awake. Oh, it'll be tomorrow morning for you.
I might.
It'll be tomorrow morning. You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just wake up really early and say hi.
I don't do
that. I don't do that either. Don't worry about it.
Not do that.
But yeah. Okay, I'm stopping talking. Bye.
All right, Susie, help us out. Hello.
Hello. It's not raining here. It was raining yesterday, but autumn is almost here. It's the hockey preseason. Our prospects are playing. We beat the Sens. We beat the Bruins. Habs, let's go. I'm hoping for a less disastrous season this year. We'll see.
I understood most of the words in that sentence.
Sports.
Sure.
Do you know what's funny though? I've got really into hockey, and my father-in-law has got really into British gardening. We've had like a little cultural exchange. I was chatting to him the other day. Yeah, he was like, "Have you ever heard of a man called Monty Don?" And I was like, "Oh no."
Like celebrity gardeners. I thought you meant like we had a different style of gardening here.
No, like he's all into like country file Monty Don, Alan Titchmarsh. I'm like, oh god.
What about Ground Force?
Oh, god.
Ground Force. That? Yeah.
Susie will appreciate this. We used to play the Ground Force theme tune in our brass band.
Yeah, same.
What?
This was like in the early noughties. So just relax, Tom. All right.
Ground Force were going to come to my primary school because we had a little quad in the middle that was completely like overgrown and was just a disaster and nobody used it. And Ground Force were going to come, but they didn't when I was there. So I don't know if they eventually came, but I moved by the time.
Assholes.
Yeah.
It's not good enough, Ground Force. Alan Titchmarsh. No. You've got
Charlie Dimmock, where were you?
Things to answer for. She's still I think she's still presenting. I think she's got a show.
What is Ground Force? Because when I Google it, I get mining equipment.
Hey, Tim, right? I want you to imagine it's about 6 p.m. on an evening in Britain.
On a Sunday evening.
Okay. On a Sunday evening.
Gotcha.
And you have celebrity gardeners who go to people's houses and renovate their gardens in secret. In secret.
In secret.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
somebody has to know, surely, or is it like
Yeah, like a
literally
partner or
guerrilla
a friend
gardening?
or something. They
Yeah,
get,
yeah,
they
like your
get,
family will
they
set
get
it up.
nominated.
They'll
Oh,
be
okay,
like,
okay. They'll set them up. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top
Uh,
team. That and then time team straight after. Oh, my
Mm.
Sundays.
I can
Sunday
feel
dinner.
Celebrity
the cleanliness
gardener,
of
like
the
the-
bath I would have just had. Like,
Right?
Celebrity gardener, like the gardener is a celebrity, or
Yes.
gardeners are celebrities in the UK now.
both.
Both.
Literally
Well,
both.
if anyone wants an autograph, I'm happy to give them.
Was it Gardener's World on Radio 4?
Gardener's World, yeah.
Yeah,
A
Gardener's
British
World's still around.
institution. It's all we
Yeah.
do, as you can tell by this pre-game amble, is all we do in the UK is talk about the weather and garden. So
Mm. Mm.
that's
That's
the
all we watch on
culturally
I go an
significant-
extra step and actually do the
and
garden.
You work in gardens,
I
yeah.
That's what I was
work
saying.
in the garden.
It's like one in 3 Brits is a gardener, and there's one in this call right now.
Fact.
Okay, let's get on to Star Trek then, I guess.
Anyway.
I should probably talk about the competition as well. Otherwise, at some point in the week, April will virtually slap me. So we've still got codes for the Roll20 module that we're using to play the game. If you want a chance to win a copy of that module, little code to get that, then if you type into chat, !Roll20, then you'll be in chance with winning. We'll pick a name during about the middle of the game and about to the end of the game, so stick around and you may win a cheeky little freebie. This week we're on to episode 16. We're straight back in with the main quest, folks. We're not stopping for anybody. This is The Displaced, and Tim, Oshron has the log. So whenever you're ready.
All right, so Oshron is notice I always have to eat lunch during the game. So I've established canon that Oshron is basically every scene he's got some sort of food. So this is being done with him full on like slurping into the log, like he's eating actively as he's doing this. I'm not going to do it because my co-players would kick my ass, and it's not a great thing to listen to. But I want you to have that image in your head. And it's probably one of those things that drives Burrell crazy that he like may or may not do just to kind of double down as like that extra like big brother best friend vibe sort of push button that you can. So the entire 20th Fleet is docked at Narendra Station under standby conditions, and all senior staff are on their way to a War Council meeting with Admiral Hebert, General Kurgan, and the senior staff of the other Allied ships here. I closed the window. I suspect we're going to be ordered back to the Candidate 3 system. I don't know if it suits me just fine. We left. They left unwillingly. I was good to leave. It was kind of like that place was messy. I wouldn't mind talking with Assessor Tredik though. That was pretty cool. I mean, first contact with the new. I'm getting off topic. We may have another problem really soon. If the reports I'm hearing from the Alpha Quadrant are true, the Federation may be drawn into a war with the Tzenkethi as well. Then there's the Dominion threat. God, I'm glad I'm not in the Alpha Quadrant. Being here in the Beta Quadrant seems like easy next to the neutral zone all of a sudden. Holy cow. Yeah, log out. Before I log out. Burrell, log out.
All right. And we join the crew of the senior staff of Narendra Station, as well as the 3 ships that are docked here from the small flotilla of Starfleet vessels. The USS Thunderchild, the USS Venture, everyone's favourite, and the USS Bellerophon. All its senior staff are here in the Level 1 auditorium with you as well. And in stark contrast to the previous Stardate, where you were here secretly, it seems that there's a tension across the crews. The few Klingon crews that are here as well are kind of like, with more suspicion than usual, eyeing up their Federation counterparts as news of that Changeling incursion into Starfleet and the Alpha and Beta Quadrant could pose a huge problem for the Federation. Admiral Hebert and General Kargan stand just away from the podium, ready to address the staff. And it's General Kargan that walks forward first, wielding a Klingon pad like a blade. Our deep space intelligence assets believe they recorded traces of cloaked Romulan warbirds crossing the neutral zone and entering the outer edges of our sector. We believe they are moving toward the Candidate 3 system to lay claim to the technological treasures gathered there. In discussion with the Admiral, we have decided to send all 3 Federation ships to secure and defend the Candidate 3 system for our purposes and to deny it to the enemy. Captain Akul and his flotilla of vessels will remain on point here at Narendra Station in case the Romulans foolishly attempt to attack us while you are away. The briefing continues, but the 4 of you will notice that the talk of the artifacts and the Tilakal aren't dwelled upon very much at all by the General or the Admiral. And then the briefing starts to wrap up, and there are small breakout groups amongst the crews. A couple of the captains of the 3 vessels begin speaking to each other, and the Admiral and the General are kind of discussing, kind of congratulating each other, kind of humbly on getting the briefing done. Is there anyone you'd like to approach, anyone you'd like to ask questions of? And Dr. Chella, you are here as well.
I'll sneak up to the Admiral when he's kind of got a moment. Just be like, so the artifacts? Why aren't we... Obviously a connection. Science shows that there's a connection. So, and I'm doing it quietly enough that it's like not meant to be me challenging him, or her, more like just making sure that I have all the information that may or may not be overly public.
We are, Ashron. I've briefed the captains privately, but none of that is to be put into logs, recorded.
Right, the creepy evil admirals thing. Gotcha.
Correct.
Noted. Thanks.
So,
anything else I shouldn't know? And he kind of like gives her like a look, like.
I'll need...
I think that Andorians don't wink. I think Andorians have like an antenna twerk. Yeah.
A little tell.
Yeah, because like the eyebrows, the Vulcans have their eyebrow, right?
Yeah.
The Tellarites just kind of like snarl. Humans wink. I think that Andorians have like a. Yeah, like that's yeah.
Yeah.
Just one. It's just one. It's just like when you're falling asleep and you have that weird twitch. Yeah, but it's like yeah.
Nice. Yeah, she puts a hand on your top of your arm, just to kind of in comfort, almost to kind of ask a favor of you, and she says, "Ashron, I'll need you to accompany the USS Thunderchild to try and head off the Romulans, and if you manage to make contact with them, try and dissuade them from any hostile action, and preferably get them back on their side of the neutral zone."
Romulan dissuasion. Awesome. I just want to make it clear, this is unclaimed space we're going into, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Klingons have been encroaching in, but the Federation have not been signing up any new members, obviously, you'll know, and have not been claiming many new colonies. She invites the other 3 of you to join a private briefing with the captains of the vessels. The captains stand fairly proud, and as you know, captains kind of do, with the Admiral, at ease, but in a kind of huddle away from the rest of the breakout groups that are starting to leave the auditorium now. And she goes into a little of your roles with the kind of Tilakal artifacts, a little bit about what you know, And then she addresses the main point. I will be assuming personal command of the fleet while we are in the Candidate 3 system. I'll be aboard the USS Venture, and Captain Corbett has kindly allowed me command of that vessel. Chief Burrell, I'd like you to accompany me on board the Venture to act as my operations officer and also as an advisor for the Candidate 3 system and the artifacts and archaeology that you've managed to find and experience out in the Expanse.
Yes, ma'am. She gives like a very like serious nod.
Lieutenant Harvey, Doctor, I need you aboard the Bellerophon. You'll accompany Captain Adams, and he gives you a nod.
Yes, Admiral.
Yes, Admiral.
When we reach the Candidate 3 system, we're to investigate any additional disturbances that we've had that might be on the third planet in particular, which is where you focused your efforts previously. We need to try and prevent the Romulans from obtaining any of that technology, the power that we've seen it display. We need to be very careful. And if we can, we need to establish first contact with this Tilakal so that we can better understand their presence in the Expanse. I've called you because of your expertise and your experience.
Right.
And I'm hoping you can advise this fleet's crew with utmost professionalism.
Is that our role on the ship as advisors, or or am I joining the engineering department, or?
You'll be on the bridge as advisors primarily. If
Oh.
you're needed, there may be away missions you need to go on, or actions you might need to take.
Harvey, you could actually get a promotion out of this.
Oh, I don't know about that, Oshron. I'm still got a way to go from that. But you are, Admiral. Yeah.
You'll be fine, Lieutenant.
Mm-hmm.
And she nods to the general, and then they head off. And a couple of captains escort her as well, and they begin to make preparations to leave the station. Is there anything that you want to do or wrap up before you leave?
Morel's just going to come up to Harvey. She's going to give him a big bracing
Wow.
grab on his upper arm. You're going to be fine.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's I just.
And if you're not fine, I'll stitch you back up.
Thank you, Dr. Shannon. That's lovely. Thank you. It's just I've never really been stationed on a bridge, really. I'm normally
Right, listen. It's the easiest thing in the world. You stand there, you stand straight, keep your shoulders back, head up.
okay.
You know how to stand, right?
Yeah, I know how to stand
And then anything you say, just say it very confidently.
confidently.
Confidence. If nothing else, you could be saying the most just inane nonsense bullshit you've ever said
Yeah,
in your
even
life.
when you're
just
wrong.
say it confidently.
Right.
No one will notice.
Okay.
Only, maybe, if it's like a life or death situation, maybe if you're saying the wrong thing confidently, maybe stow that.
Yes.
Still, no one will notice. Just throw
But
that.
also, yes. If everyone's running, panic, screaming because the conduits are exploding, no one's going to notice.
If they're gone, they're gone. Oh, I'm sorry, Harvey.
Sorry, Harvey.
I mean, but
You
yeah,
got this, Harvey.
Yeah.
You just advise.
Yeah.
I do it all the time, and look at how good I am.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that Twitch again?
Yeah.
Oh, and then she stands behind him and she pulls his shoulders back so he's in like proper like parade rest.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't lock your knees. And then she's gonna slap him on the back and walk off.
I didn't think
Get
my
her stuff
shoulders
ready
went
to
that
load
far
up.
back.
Is the Venture the which one am I at? The Venture, right? The Thunder Child.
You are on the Thunder Child, which is the Akira
That's the Akira
class. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
carrier.
this chapter, this like episode in the book, is actually divided up into 3 parts. Typically, you might do like one path as the crew of a ship, and then you've got 2 other ships kind of doing their thing off on the side. And of course, I made it difficult for myself by doing like, let's do all 3 things. So each of you, if you can in the Roll20 for me, scroll down to your ship. We've got a little folder of ships there for you, and if you find your ship, what I want you to do, and what would really help me out as well, is as the ship and her crew are doing things, I want you as players to act like you're in control of these vessels. So it's not necessarily your characters that are doing that, but Susie, I want you to be like the Venture. And Tim, I want you to be the Thunder Child. And then Nita, Tom, I want you to be the Bellerophon. Right? So if there comes a point where a captain needs to make a decision, and it's not the Admiral that's necessarily like telling you to kind of go off and do something, it's absolutely your ship. And so when the crew is doing something, when the ship is doing something, when its captain, whatever, is doing something, use its systems you use its systems and command as normal. And then there's the crew task roll in there as well, and you've got the crew qualities there, like talented or proficient or something like that. So that'll give you their attribute and discipline. So you can roll a whole task with the ship, basically, because you've got the crew working as the kind of main group, rolling 2 to 5 d20s, and then you've got the starship that's actually assisting with 1 d20 as well. All right, cool.
I'm ready to show up 12 hours late with the Starbucks and take all of the glory. Venture, baby.
Starbies, though.
Gotta get the Starbies. PSL season, baby. I mean, what am I gonna do?
Serving pumpkin spice latte ractacinos on the Galleria. Oh my god, okay. Alright. I also start with 12 threat this session, because it's an important one. So hold on to your hats.
That feels like cheating.
What if you didn't, though?
Yeah, what if you didn't?
Oh, 15.
So that means we have 2 determination, right?
16 points of threat. Yeah, let's do it.
I retract my
Going
previous
higher.
statement.
Every time she speaks, it gets higher.
That means we have 2 determinations, right?
It does not. No.
Boo!
So hold on to it and use it when it is
Okay.
good ready time. All right, each of you, those doors swish open. I still need a swishy door sound. I keep forgetting. I did a chirpy sound. I got the doorbell now, but I do not have the swishy door sound. Those turbo lift doors open, and each of you steps onto one of the bridges that you've been assigned to. Burrell, this is your Enterprise D beautiful wood panel curved tactical station. You walk around. You're probably let's up it. You go to sit in that left hand front console as the ops manager of the Venture in this moment. Admiral
Big
Hebert
beige leather
takes,
chair.
yeah, all leant back and stuff. Admiral Hebert takes her seat in the captain's chair as the captain sits to the side, advising her. On the Bellerophon, you are in that Voyager bridge. You've got all those like silver railings. You've got like the op station behind you. You've got that helm position right middle front, and you are in those black leather chairs.
We don't need no carpet.
No.
Yeah.
And for the Akira, we don't really know what the Akira bridge looks like. So Tim, what's your favorite Star Trek Online bridge?
Oh, that's hard. So I'll describe it to you, but I don't know what they're called. So you've got like the Voyager kind of helm pit, but then on the sides, you've got kind of like almost like a Defiant vibe along the sides, where there's two officers side by side. I forget where the camera is. Two officers side by side, and then right behind the center chair and the captain's chair, there's two seated stations, one for tactical, one for security or tactical 2, and then behind the three, there's an open space for like a display map or like flight ops, because Akira's are flight decks. They're like they're fighter tactical.
Yeah, and
they've got fighter wings, and they're set. So yeah, that's going to be like the tactical station behind. So it's like a mix between taking the Defiant bridge and making it in between Voyager and Galaxy size. Like it's an extend, like you kind of extend it out a little bit and extend it back a little bit. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. And the Admiral gives the order to head out to the Candidate 3 system. After some time traveling space, what did we make it last time? It was like 12 hours, right? So you're probably on the bridge for a bit. You've got a little bit of downtime to relax, a little bit to kind of brief a couple of the senior staff maybe on kind of what to expect, that kind of thing. And the helms all report that they're about to leave warp and head into the Candidate 3 system on impulse. So you all re-emerge onto the bridge, ready to drop out of warp. And as you all drop out of warp, you are all thrown by an immense amount, and the actual red alert klaxons go off immediately. Shields go up as the ships are all hit by several anomalies at once. I'm going to roll a bunch of damage to start off with. Let's see how this goes. We'll see what random like location hits are as well. What am I going to roll? I'm rolling 6 vicious spread. This is going to be fun. How long is this red alert going to go on for? That stopped now. Good. All right. So this is our. Oh no, actually, sorry. So it's vicious. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the venture. What's the venture's resistance? You muted, Susie?
Oh. Not 9.
6.
6. So it's going to take that 3 damage onto the shields, and it is not going to suffer any breaches, thankfully. Good job, too. So shields go down to what percent?
Not 60 yet. Almost.
All right. What do you say at the station? You're in the station.
Oh no!
You're like in the chair.
Shields down to 72%.
Bam, that's what I wanted.
There you go.
Wanted a dramatic
I was trying to do the mental maths really quick, but I'm very tired.
Make it up. No one can see it behind the screen. It's fine. All right. Here comes the Thunder Child. Just 4 damage. What's the Thunder Child's resistance? Tim, that's over to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I'm not.
It'll be the same as the scale.
These sheets are not.
They're NPC sheets, I think.
5.
Oh, resistance is 7 because it's got
resistance 7.
Ablative armor. All right, Thunderchild's good. Thunderchild doesn't even take any hits to the shield or anything. So shields are up. Gets shaken around a bit, but you are okay. Now just down to the Bellerophon then. So we're going to do this other 6 vicious damage. And we're going to do 5 to it. So what's the Bellerophon's resistance?
It's 4.
A 4? All right. So you take 1 shield damage. So that's more of a... Shields are holding, Captain, down to, I don't know, 90% or something.
We've taken a hit, but shields are stable.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. You can be all of the console officers for me. All right, so you're all shaken about as there are a barrage of disturbances. The Admiral immediately asks for a status update and to also get a clear idea of what is kind of like going on in the system. Like what are they effectively being hit with? Which ship? Who wants to make a sensors and science check?
On it.
All right.
Oh, am I?
You should not have chosen this. Is the ship making a task roll of 2?
The crew are.
So it's a crew task roll?
Yeah, crew of 2, and the ship will assist with its sensors and science. With 1 dice.
So 4 successes.
Oh, beautiful. All right. So let's chuck up 4 momentum for you and give you the answer to give you a kind of clear idea.
I want to just throw it out there. The Thunderchild was like the worst possible ship to do this with.
Right?
I have sensors 9 and science of 1. I definitely should not have opened my... Oshron is like nudging the ops officer on the bridge, like, we got to beat them. Trust me, we got to beat them. It's going to drive Burrell crazy.
Yeah, Burrell. So you're getting a barrage of data that's coming in from the Thunderchild, and the Thunderchild's running like Vanguard, right? Like it's running front to kind of cover the ships. Yeah, and so absolutely. So warping into the system, you've been hit by more gravimetric disturbances, similar to the ones that you've experienced before. But this is like the washboard effect, like times 5. Like it is happening all over the shop, and visually as well. You can see these kind of like blue streaks, spatial anomalies going kind of like around the planet as well.
Could
Does
I
anyone
use
have
my experience of piloting the washboard and the studies that I've do to give that to the helm and sensors to see if we can get through it a bit easier, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You can plot a course for me. It can be reason and con.
Okay. helm
Difficulty 2.
operations. I do have a focus.
You have a focus? Yeah, absolutely.
I do
That's
have
great.
a focus. Any difficulty? Difficulty
2, yeah. So you're creating a trait essentially, and if you want the Bellerophon to
yes, I wouldn't
assist
mind the
you,
Bellerophon
then you can
assisting
roll
me, please.
its computers and con. Yeah.
Computers and con. Okay, I'll just quickly
Makes
do
sense.
that now.
Hey, Burrell.
Oh shoot! I should have done 1. Not
My
2.
ship's crew is talented. Just throwing that out there.
Bad.
Yeah.
Would you like me to re-roll that? Because I
We'll
rolled
take the
2
1
instead.
there. That's fine.
Just take the 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And I would like to use a momentum to get 3 dice.
Okay.
That's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There we go. That is 4, so 5 altogether.
Oh my god! Wow. So that's 3 more momentum. So you're banked. You're banked to the limit of 6 now. And you've created that advantage. So and you can broadcast that throughout the fleet as well. So any you're kind of working on that and assisting the crews there. So any navigation kind of tests, any piloting tests, anything like that's going to be difficulty is going to be reduced by 1 due to
Cool.
we'll call it like Harvey's telemetry or something.
Nice.
Well, he
is there
does.
any-
He basically just he goes to the helm and tells the captain, and says, just pass that on from you. It's like a Bellerophon. The crew did it. So it's like
Okay.
it's not Harvey,
Alright.
the crew of the Bellerophon did it.
All right, so the Bellerophon are charting the anomalies.
Can I use one of those momentum that I gathered? Because we got a lot of them. Can I use one to burn off before we pool? Like, because we're gonna lose the ones we don't pool. To gather information.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I see the Romulans anywhere in this mess of ridiculous sensors nest? Like their cloak would likely not work as well. So can I find them anywhere in the system?
Absolutely. You ask the science station aboard the Thunderchild to scan for any anomalous readings, anything they can get. that might hint at a warp signature, a cloaking signature, anything they could even try and kind of find. And on the kind of outskirts of the fourth planet, which is still being affected, most of the system is still being affected by these issues. There was just a weird noise outside. Sorry. It does detect, and it alerts the rest of the fleet that there is a Romulan warbird that's just decloaked, just kind of behind the fourth planet, effectively. It looks like, based on some sensor data, that it might have also been hit, even maybe damaged, by these spatial anomalies that you're all suffering. Then 3 more warbirds decloak in a squadron, looking like they've all decloaked because one has decloaked for whatever reason.
So I'm going to recommend to my little team we take the Thunderchild and its fighters out there to meet up with the Romulans, find out what they're up to, and then leave you guys to do, like, kind of acts as that buffer, give you time to do whatever you need to do for science.
Yeah, absolutely. The Admiral commends the plan and says, Oshron, be careful.
Careful is my... Wait. Yeah, okay, well.
As the Romulans begin to approach, I'm going to spend 3 threat as a kind of reversal of the scene a little bit. As there's another rip in the spatial anomalies, one of those rainbow kind of kaleidoscopic fabric tears in subspace begins to open up, and you grab
strange energies. Yeah,
you grab a visual of it not too far out of the orbit of the third planet of the you're orbiting here, the Candidate 3 system. And where's my little description? Because there are plenty of them here. So you start to see that, and then the 4 of you, whether the rest of the crews on your ships hear this or not, you also hear, as you work to recover from the initial burst of damage, an otherworldly voice in your mind. In a moment of pure silence, you hear the alien from the Tilakal ruins below, Assessor Tredik, again. You've come back. Please, I need help to protect them all. I cannot transport you down and save them at the same time. Please help me. And you might look around at your fellow crew members. They all seem preoccupied with the anomaly and what's happening in front of them. But a burst of... the view screen is filled with a bright prismatic spray of light and with halos of electric blue energy. And then space unfolds itself in a kaleidoscopic display, and a massive planet emerges from the unfolding passage and is pulled into orbit around Candidate 3.
That is a bad day. Harvey, what did you do?
That's nothing. Is it a planet we recognize, as in?
I will tell you in a sec, as the ships
Oh god,
are
here we go.
thrashed with another gravimetric wave. 12 damage to the Venture. Remember to reduce that by your resistance.
Sam.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why are you hitting me so hard? Hit these people.
I'm gonna.
Susie, you're in the Galaxy
Susie,
class
what was that?
starship.
Come on.
Come on.
Got long. What was that?
Shields at 20%.
Okay,
We're in
did you actually
it's
take
rough.
5 or more
Yes.
damage at once?
Took
Okay.
6.
Okay, that's fine. Then you're going to 1 breach to the structure.
Oh, great.
So one of the bridge crew go flying as one of the consoles explodes. Because that's the effect of the structure breach, I think.
It's always
The-
the consoles exploding.
Akira, a class. So we're going for the Thunderchild this time. I'm going to do another 10 here. 10 damage. 10 stress.
So we'll take 3.
Okay. Yeah, you will actually, yeah. So just take 3 off the shields again. And then the poor Bellerophon is going to take 10 damage as well.
Is there any way, because we haven't moved away yet, is there any way we can move the Thunderchild in the way so the Bellerophon doesn't take the full brunt?
Not in a time reaction like right now.
Okay.
You could position the ship afterwards in order to try and do that, but the
No,
planet
I'm
is
going
just
to deal with
kind of-
Romulans.
Yeah, you're going to go deal with the Romulans. Go deal with the Romulans. Okay.
Shields at 40%.
Did you take 5 or more damage?
We took 6.
Okay. So your communications are going to have a breach to them. At the moment, that doesn't mean very much. The crew is going to do a little bit of repair work, so they're still operable, they're still fine. But if they start taking more damage, so if it's like, I think it's half your scale, it's damaged. If it's equal to your scale, it's disabled, and if it's over your scale, it's destroyed. So keep an eye on those. Okay, Tom, in answer to your question, you have a look and you think, I recognize that planet, and then you ask the science station to have a look, and the op station, like tactical maybe, to have a scan of the planet, and they report to you, sir, the telemetry matches Cetu 6, and that is the planet that you first encountered the obelisks of.
Oh,
the
where the
Telecal,
shuttle went down.
where the shuttle went down and you went down on there on your runabout. This is Cetu 6, having been transported, moved somehow, like halfway across the expanse.
Oh boy, they're a long way from home. Isn't there some Orion pirates that are going to be real mad that their planet just moved?
Yeah, I think so. That's going to be awkward to explain. I mean, moving a planet, that's...
I mean,
Do you
they're
think
not that
anything
far
could
to that obelisk?
Yeah, I think you're right. Captain, I think we need to go down there and check out the obelisk.
Why is that? I mean, obviously, yes, we need to kind of head the Romulans off, but was there anything you need to share? Well, like,
You didn't hear the... Oh, okay. I think that we're in touch with the alien that's on the surface of the planet. They're asking for help.
we better get down there. Tactical, can we beam anyone down? And all the ships report like these disturbances. There's like tetrion radiation. There's all sorts of stuff in the gravimetric issues. Like teleporters are like not going to be a thing. Readying shuttles and getting them down there is not going to be quick enough either. So she orders the Bellerophon to land on the planet.
Yes,
to land on Candidate 3.
Yeah, Intrepids,
Oh, hang
baby.
on. I will warn them. The previous time we flew a starship in this orbit, all engines went to hell and navigation went down and the thing crashed.
You better support them well, Lieutenant.
Okay.
All hands
You got
prepare
this,
for blue
Harvey!
alert.
Where'd you want me? Do you want me con? Do you want me engineer? Where'd you want me?
Support con.
Okay.
Support the engineering crews if things get dicey.
Okay, I will try.
And she reports to the Bellerophon. Captain, not the Bellerophon, sorry, the Thunderchild. Captain, head off the Romulans as is. We'll cover the Bellerophon.
Hells yeah.
All right. So the Thunderchild heads off to meet the Romulans as they start to head on impulse power towards the third planet that you're all orbiting.
I just realized I answered for the captain of the Thunder.
That's fine. You're all like
no, like Oshron.
You're all
Oshron
like the
full on,
ship
just like
right
hells
now.
yeah, and the captain kind of gives him a look.
You're all like the ship right now. It's fine. I'm there, and it's there in spirit, right? Just to frame this out fully, Burrell, you see on the view screen, and you can see from some of the telemetry that the ship is pulling in at your ops station aboard the Venture. As you kind of magnify on Setu 6, you can see that the ruins on the sudden presence of it in this system has obviously sent those catastrophic gravimetric waves through the system's third planet and itself. The ruins on the planet are being hammered, and in many places are starting to collapse because you can see them from orbit, right? Because they're so big from previous sessions. The last of the gravimetric waves slammed into one of the Romulan warbirds, and so that's why they've decloaked and they're approaching now.
I would be briefing, by the way, the Admiral, like everything I'd heard in my head, and reminding her about the alien we encountered. And so I'm keeping her as up to date as I can.
Yeah, and the science stations aboard the Bellerophon and aboard the Venture, as they're focused on what's happening with the planets, report that the orbits of Setu 6 in particular, but also of Candidate 3, are unstable now, and it seemed the Venture in particular plots a trajectory of Setu 6 to crash catastrophically into Candidate 3 in approximately 1 hour. That's how long the crews have to get down there, make contact with the Assessor, grab any artifacts, do any kind of work to help the Tilical that you can. And she orders that the Venture is going to have to, their engineers, Chief, we're going to have to come up with something to cover the Bellerophon while they are going down there. Because you can already see from the view screen Bellerophon that tons of volcanic activity. You can literally see the tectonic plates of the planet right now, because there are just earthquakes kicking off. Those plates are kicking up a load of magma and stuff like that. So it's going to be dangerous going down there. We're going to engage the Romulans. All right, the Thunderchild streaks away from the planet and moves into a defensive position to engage the Romulan warbirds. In response, the four Romulan warbirds split off into two paired elements, and they start to maneuver in order to have that tactical advantage and just outflank the Thunderchild. The captain is clear with you, Oshron, that we are very outnumbered. We need you to work your magic, Ambassador.
If we launched our shuttles, would it at least be allowed to would it be able to at least counter the advantage that they have?
Not massively.
We've got a flight wing. No, but enough to at least kind of force them to talk instead of force them to shoot.
I mean, I'm hoping that they'll answer hails. They're on the other side of the neutral zone. I know we're in neutral space, but I'm hoping they'll at least talk before opening fire on us.
Okay, well, let's give it a go.
All right. The captain orders, kind of gives you a nod as to kind of ready. And he nods to his tactical officer, and then they put through the hail, and the
Ambassador Oshron to the Romulan ships. We see that there's some damage done. Can we offer any assistance? We have shields we can extend. Medical teams are standing by.
Flicking up on the screen, is a Romulan woman in a dark uniform with one of the metal sashes across. You don't recognize the rank immediately, but she says, "This is General Malar of the Romulan Empire. We do not need any assistance, thank you. In fact, we question why you have entered this system."
We detected some subspace eddies that were unusual and pretty powerful, so we sent our little fleet to take a look. Apparently you did the same thing.
Perhaps we can cut the facade, Ambassador. I know of the report of the encounter some of our Imperial fleetsmen had down on the third planet of this system.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you can better explain your presence here to us now.
Be the exact same as yours. We're trying to figure out what's going on in this system. And I kind of point to like the planet that just came out of the warp. Regardless of whether you think that who shot first down on the planet in the last incident, I'm sure you know better. There's no need to pomp and circumstance. We have an issue in our hands. None of us are in a place to actually like fight it out. So we can either pretend to be, I don't know, what's the humans say, cock swinging, or we can just help each other and get out of this alive. What do you say, General? Shall we at least agree to work together or be nice for the day?
Typical Federation bluster. You are outnumbered and outgunned, Ambassador, and you are clearly trying to covet technologies that you do not want us to have. I might remind you...
Go! I just look at him, I'm like, go right to the planet. Go for it. Feel free. The two planets colliding with each other. You want it? Go right ahead. But don't say that I didn't offer to help.
I'm sure the Romulan Centurions on board will be more than efficient and gather the artifacts they need before the planets collide.
I'm sure they will.
What kind of game is it that you're playing, Ambassador?
No game. There are two planets about to collide there, General. I'm not in the mood to fuck around. How about you?
I can assure you.
Tim's trying to like pull that stubborn Picard vibe that just like, I'm not in the mood for this shit. Like
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll roll a presence check if I need to just kind of like I'm not scared of you, and this is not the time for your bullshit.
This is gonna be a presence and command. So this is gonna be a social conflict. So we're gonna roll off against each other. This is going to be both of us to, I think, difficulty 1. I think you made a really good play here, so I'm not going to like up any difficulties for either of us or anything. She is quite ruthless, so I am going to spend the 2 threat she needs to use effectively a point of determination. So I'm going to we got
6 momentum. Can I get team kind of like a yes or no if I can use 3 of the momentum? I can't see your heads nod, so
yes.
Okay, great.
I'm okay with it. And
go for it.
Susie.
So I'm going to roll 4 dice, and I'm going to activate my determination. I'm going to use the value I chose to stay here, and I'm playing it as in like, man, you don't scare me. I eat Romulans for lunch.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay. And can I use negotiation as a focus?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Cool
because
beans.
you are negotiating with this. I'm going to add another, I'm going to go down to 5 threat. I'm going to roll another die. So I'm rolling 3 effectively. There we go. Sorry, a little bit slower today on my end.
5 success. 6
Right.
success.
6 successes.
6 successes.
Yeah, because of the determination spend. All right. She eyes you through the view screen. I'm adding 2 to this as well.
Yeah. I can't
3,
cheer
4,
loudly because I'm at
5
work,
successes. So you have succeeded, and you've gained a point of momentum.
Boom. I would like to spend that momentum to put myself. I want to have the ship kind of like move into a position where it's like I'm using the ship as like an extra projection of myself, like not here to fuck around, but not gonna fight you. Like I'll defend my ships, but I'm not gonna stop you from doing whatever foolery you want to do. But we're here to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really doubling down on the here to help, not here to fight. We're not gonna fight you.
Yeah, absolutely. So what orders essentially do you need to issue to the rest of the other ships, the Federation ships, in order for this kind of plan to be enacted? Is this don't interfere with the Romulans, just let them get on with whatever?
Let them do what they need to do. We focusing on what we need to do.
A communication comes through to you from the Admiral, and she's kind of in a glaring mood. She looks at you and she's just like, we're letting the Romulans down on the planet.
I look at her back and I say, we're not in Federation space, not the time to fight. You asked me to make deals, I did it. We're done. You can reprimand and we can discuss it afterwards. Right now, this is what's happening. And I'm kind of pulling ambassador rank at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will use my, oh my God, I'm actually going to use it. I'm going to use my trait, ambassador, to just be like, not today, bitch.
She glares at you for it feels longer, but probably just a second. And then, Burrell, on the bridge, you hear that end transmission, and there's just that cut off from the view screen at your end, Oshron. But she doesn't say anything else back to you.
Only Burrell knows that Oshron's sphincter just loosened. Like it was so tight there that I could have made diamonds.
Burrell's just sat there, when you've walked in on two people who've had an argument, but they're very quiet afterwards, and you're just like, do not make eye contact. Do not.
Like walking in on your parents when they're fighting about something you've asked.
Right.
She will pipe up, however, to the Admiral. Admiral, though Oshron has made the deal, we should be prepared for the Romulans to go back on their word.
You're damn right, we should. Let the Bellerophon know.
Put a little message too. Don't trust the Romulans. They're skanky bitches. We hate them.
Yeah.
They're tacky, and we hate them.
Still on the Thunderchild, as you're kind of shadowing the Romulan vessels as they're approaching, beginning to approach the planet, we're going to cut back, so we're not really going to get an opportunity for very much more. But there's one last thing. The tactical officer aboard the... they've probably got their own little comms officer, because tactical was probably more focused, isn't it, on the Thunderchild. So the comms officer says to you and the captain, sirs, you might want to take a look at this. And he's just kind of working at his console. And as you head over for more of a kind of private chat, he flags up a written message sent, and he says, this was encoded on a Starfleet frequency, and it was just the smallest little package of information, but I've managed to decode it. And the written message displayed on his monitor just says, friendly, will render aid ASAP, focus on wingman.
The scene ender is Oshron laughing his ass off. Like it just, like that nervous release of like energy, just laughing as the scene kind of cuts.
Absolutely. All right. The USS Bellerophon. You are the only Federation ship in the flotilla capable of landing on this planet. And so down you go. Hit constantly by these gravimetric tachyon disturbances, you are making your way through the stratosphere, through the lower atmosphere, and down onto this planet. I need the Bellerophon, please, to make me an engines and con check. So the crew is going to roll 2 or more d20s if you want to add some. and the ship is going to assist as usual with 1d20. This difficulty, let me have a little check, is going to be difficulty 2.
Do we get the -1?
You do get the -1, actually. So this is going to be difficulty 1 to land the ship. Did you want to add any dice or anything like that?
I mean, I would have liked.
You've got some momentum still.
We kind of want to land the ship.
Absolutely. You've got 3 momentum.
Yeah. Well, let's buy 1.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So
would you like to do? So it's the crew that's doing the task and the starship.
Yeah. So it's the crew that are going to roll 3 dice.
Got, yeah.
Starships are always going to roll 1 die.
Would you like to do the crew, Anita, and I'll do the starship?
Yeah, I'll do the crew.
Yeah. I'll just do a quick. What was it? Engines and cons.
Engines and con.
Okay. Nope.
All right, so no assist from the ship, but the crew, this is the helm, with your coordination, Harvey, manages to just effectively land on that thing. I think there's a moment almost of touchdown, but then there's like a shift, like a sinkhole starts to open up, and they have to like scoot the ship over and then like down onto a stable platform, but they just about manage it on this unstable surface. There's pandemonium now as the crew in the lower decks obviously begin to disembark in a series of science and engineering teams. The Admiral calls through to the 2 of you and says, "You'll be best fit on the away teams. Captain, I want them leading one of the away teams, and you take them to the hall, to the place where you met this alien and made first contact. That's where you'll be best placed."
And I'm assuming on the view screen, maybe like in the background on the view screen, you can see the big obelisk. Is there an obelisk kind of like structure?
There are these huge towers of that architecture. So yeah.
So he's just gonna go, it's probably one of those. As he points to the view screen, as he's huge.
Yeah, you are looking for that big, like, columned hall that you went to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think what you've done is you've guided the Bellerophon down near one of those. So you've landed nearby. You're within, like, dashing distance of
good.
that. So,
I'm assuming the atmosphere is breathable.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, that's all right,
the planet is big, though. So you are, and gravity is being funny now because there's another planet. And as you walk out down the gangway onto the unstable crust of the planet, not only do you feel heavier because the planet's much larger, as you did before, but you can look up and, like, basketball sized in the sky is just this like impending planet Cetu 6, and you can see bits of it are starting to kind of crack and like you know, it's coming down towards you, and you can see the first little streaks of little meteors, like comet type things, like starting to enter the atmosphere and billow smoke and go past like shooting stars in the daylight, as if they start to do, and you can hear a kind of crash and a boom as something hits the crust off kilometers and kilometers away in the distance.
Well, I didn't think we'd be racing 2 planets smashing together today.
You always take me to such interesting places.
Yeah.
And because this is yet another appearance of Dr. Chella, and I think we've been doing a lot with the Tilical lately, and I think that has given her a chance to gain a focus in Tilical technology.
I love that. Yes, let's do that. She's been secretly studying it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Yep.
I think I've been working with the science teams on like learning exactly what this is from the covert data that we've been able to keep around.
Yeah.
What hasn't been scrubbed from the systems and put under lock and key.
Gorgeous. I love it. All right. Yeah, the Hippo-style hall isn't far with that columned hall that you managed to make first contact at. As you approach, the assessor is there waiting for you, probably having sensed your arrival. And so he hovers there in his kind of like, long like night terror form, Susie. Weird night goblin. And so he is waiting for you. You hear in your head from him, "We're running out of time. Please help." And they indicate a building further into the kind of hall, like gardens. It's got a pentagonal entrance near the hall. And it seems a bit like a bomb shelter in a way to head down into the planet.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
I'm sure it's fine. Do it.
Yeah, right. Nah, you know what, Sodom? Let's go. Let's head back to the station.
We did all we could, Admiral. Bye.
We
We're
did
done.
all we could. You know, it's just let's go to Eckers.
Bye, Romulans.
Bye.
Meet up at Ekka's, have a pint, wait for this all to blow over.
That's
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, at some point, the Romulans, if they get this tech, they're going to get tired of smashing planets together after a while. Just let them work it out, and then we'll just pick up
Just let them
after,
get out of
you know?
their system.
Yeah,
Tucker
literally.
themselves out.
yeah.
Is that the way we deal with Romulans? Just like you would like a petulant child?
Yeah.
Just let them burn themselves out before you're like,
Yeah.
okay, are you ready to talk now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This is why I'm
Big
not a
feelings,
parent.
buddy.
Just throwing
It's
that out
okay.
there.
So I guess they're gonna start heading towards, and he's gonna turn and go, what will we find? What do we do there? What do you need help with?
Tredik doesn't say anything initially, and just like you get that. It's not a beckoning physically, but it's a kind of psychic beckoning, like a feeling of like, please follow, please come with me.
If he doesn't say anything, he'll just go, "Oh, okay, we'll wing it," and down.
And you have accompanying you a mix of science and engineering, like operations officers with you as well to help you out. So they're going to provide a little trait for you to lean on for difficulties and stuff. And he leads you through the entrance into a long hallway, dimly lit with that blue energy kind of tendrils that are coursing along the walls in those little carved veins in the stone. Tredik mutters in a mixture of a language that the universal translator can't decipher, but with a kind of you get a sense of like telepathic images that reverberate in your minds of to follow and a sense, almost like an emotional sense of failure or panic or worry as well. He leads you out of the hallway and into the open air, and you see a raised platform with a ruined pentagonal entrance to your right, along with several pentagonal obelisks in front of them, with various stone spires in the distance. On that platform stands a 2-meter wide stone pentagon with those blue energies coursing through its surface. This is obviously very kind of powered at this point, and you've seen varying degrees of power, from the last episode and stuff like that. So not everything is necessarily switched on or has the right amount of power in it. But you guys are a little bit more familiar with this technology than most, and so you immediately note that this is some form of holographic transmitter. It's being powered by some unseen source. And the flickering image is that of a tall humanoid alien woman clad in a form-fitting dress with what appears to be wings on her back, that small little sweeping tiara clasped to the back of the head, and she has short dark hair and wide open eyes that are solid blue with no evidence of an iris or pupil. This is the woman that spoke to you the last time you were here on Candidate 3. But the recording seems damaged. The universal translator can't make much out of it, and it's playing on a repeating loop. There's no kind of clear audio to it to accompany the image. But Tredik indicates that and says, "Oh, that has been damaged from the gravimetric storms, but it's not what I wanted to show you." And they indicate the ruined pentagonal passage that leads down into the planet's surface. "In there is where I need your aid." And floating, he sweeps over towards that entrance. and you get that feeling again of being beckoned down into it.
I would like to have an engineer and a scientist work together on that hologram station to see if they can get the message going fully while the rest of the team go a bit further in.
Okay, all right.
If that's all right.
Absolutely. And in the distance, you can see some other teams as well that are kind of like just grabbing what they can. They're not even sure if they should be grabbing, like, you know, what they're grabbing is like, you know, a little like bottle of water, or if it's, you know, the Life and Times of the Tilical Super Secret Edition. You know, like they got no idea really what they're picking up, but they're just trying their best to like catalog stuff and to get it ready. Okay, we're just gonna jump over to the Venture, where the Admiral has ordered the captain that they're gonna need to buy the Bellerophon some time. So we need options. Someone asks, can we do something with the ship in order to slow the descent of Cetu 6? And the scientists make it very quick decision, very clear decision, that is outside the possibilities of the starship itself. But there might be something that they can do about the gravimetric distortions and the tetryon radiation that's in the area, and hopefully shield the Bellerophon from the worst of those in order to buy themselves some time. But and to maybe hopefully kind of at least stabilize enough of the atmosphere on the surface that they've got that time. They've got a little bit more time to them. I want to kind of open it up to the group, but mainly obviously Burrell. Like, what do you think, with as much or as little technobabble as you like, you know want to try and do to buy the Bellerophon some time?
I feel like using the tractor beam would be like, you know, we can create at least a sort of stable-ish area for the Bellerophon.
Yeah.
We use the tractor beam, like reverse the polarity of the Minovsky particles or whatever to like just give that little safe haven for the Bellerophon to just buy it a little more time so it's not going to collapse inwards with the planet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the chief engineer's like, you know, we've got to boost all the power we can to the tractor beam. We've got to get it on a much wider angle than we're used to. Tractor beams, they do not have that kind of range to really just like emit a whole area and try and make it stable. So
No, but the deflector dish does.
Yeah, we can combine
reroute
it with
the tractor beam through the deflector dish and the
combine the systems.
Warp power through the deflector dish. Just rock that galaxy class, make it one giant conductor. Oh, you could use the gravimetric eddies to like power a giant gravimetric, and that's the effect it would do too. It would just be like one of those like, yeah. I'm very excited all of a sudden. I'm on the wrong ship.
All right.
I'm just activated.
Yeah, I love that. All right. So the Admiral is like, make it happen. Because she's got to have a thing to say. Now it's that, apparently. There we go. Make it happen. A little bit Picard, a little bit not. All right, so we've got to prepare the ship for that. So I think you've got to like evacuate some of the lower decks, because the radiation that's gonna, if you're trying to funnel and manipulate some of the gravimetric waves, that's gonna bring in some of the tetryon radiation. You've got to abandon some of those lower decks and stuff. So Burrell, that's your thing. So I need from you to prepare this. Difficulty 2, presence, and like engineering or like command, because of the like operationsness of your
I'm
job.
gonna go with engineering.
Cool. Okay.
And I could be doing it by like sealing off bulkheads, so like people are getting stuff and I'm like shutting doors behind
You're
them so they
going in
physically
there.
cannot.
Yeah, like proper hands on, like go, go, beep, beep, beep. Like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, sleeves are up. It's serious.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Can you make me then that presence and engineering roll, please? Difficulty 2.
Okay, difficulty 2. Can I use a focus of intimidation? I'm like Giving it my
Yeah.
serious Klingon
You
Gowron
can.
eyes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take that. Do
Sweet.
you want to add any dice at all?
You have Klingon Gowron eyes.
When Burrell's serious, she's like
Just huge Bethesda
huge,
eyes.
just yeah. How many momentum we got?
2.
We got 2. I'll buy an extra die, if that's okay with the gang. Make sure we're not gonna radiate, any of our own crew to death.
Captain.
All right. 3 successes.
Beautiful. Gives you that point of momentum back. As the giant cat passes the view screen. You manage to seal off those bulkheads, get the crew out of the way, and prepare that in good time. I would like to point out to you, Setu 6 crashes in 1 hour. Each of these 5 tasks takes 10 minutes to complete. All right. Complications or failures will make the time longer or make things more difficult in future. Right. So you've managed to succeed at that. So you begin to prepare the ship by abandoning the lower decks effectively from crew. There are medical staff on standby ready to deal with any radiation poisoning anyone's going to suffer from. And the deflector shields are being modified a little bit to try and account for some of that radiation. All right.
Tom, real quick. This is for you.
What did he do?
He said, "Have I blown up the Venture yet?" in chat. And I'm actually saving your life, so I'll just leave you on the planet.
Unbelievable. All right. This next task then for the Venture, it's going to be about modifying the deflector dish and the tractor beam systems in order to kind of make that effect possible. This is going to be difficulty 2. This is going to be the ship now that you can be rolling with. So the ship's crew is going to be rolling 2 or more dice. The ship is going to be assisting with engineering and structure. I want to say structure. Maybe weapons. Structure. Makes sense. All right. This is going to be difficulty 2 again, but it's going to have a complication range of 18, 19, or 20. It's complicated stuff. So Susie, this is you. Do you want to add any more dice to the crew's roll?
I feel like let's add one more. We'll add one more. Right. So what do I gotta get? What's my target? What's the successes?
Difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. Okay.
Just difficulty.
Yeah, I want to roll 3. And structure and what's the department? Sorry.
Engineering.
Engineering. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Nothing from the ship.
Nothing from the ship. Okay. And how do I roll the crew?
There's a crew one straight underneath it. It's a crew task roll. No?
Not on the sheet. I know. See it.
Ooh. Are you on the NPC ship?
I'm on the Starship Registry entry. That's the one that's in the thingy.
Why is it blank for me now? Oh my god, roll 20, please. Alright, we're refreshing. Hang on, gang.
I swear to God I didn't do
Hold
it.
the line.
Hold the line. The OBS is going to freak out a little bit. We're not going to have roll 20 for
Your
just
call is very important
just
to
a
us.
second.
Please hold the line.
But it will be fine. Okay, I'm going to open this back up. Imagine if you just put the Romulans
Why is it always
on
the girl
hold.
from Ipanema? Dun, dun, dun,
Right.
dun.
Alright, let's make this
Meantime,
an
if you're in
NPC
chat
ship.
and you want to win a copy of Star Trek Adventures on Roll20, enter exclamation part Roll20.
There you go.
Entered it.
Thanks very much. Good job.
Anito for the win. Hey, we're in a damn stream, guys. Like we're actually doing something here.
One of us has to be here
Focus.
professionally, and 9 times out of 10 it's not me.
Okay, crew test roll. Let's go. Let's do it.
There you go. We're ready.
All right, we're going. Wow.
2 is success. I can't, because I've got the chat jumped out of the window. I can't. It doesn't tell me what the actual results are. Any complications?
Yeah.
Actually, or was it a fake one?
No, because
Oh, is it a fake
they're
one?
fake complications.
Oh, fake ones.
Because
Never
for
mind.
some reason, it's
Programming's
showing
funny.
at 14.
No 18s, 19s, or 20s.
No.
Perfect.
We're good.
All right. So the engineering teams have been working miracles, and in about 10 minutes, they managed to recalibrate the deflector dish, change the. Hang on, Technobabble. Reverse the interference regulator of the tractor beam so that you can like enhance the scopal something or other to give it a bigger area of effect, basically. All right.
And all it needed was a half Klingon woman just screaming at them the entire time, and they did it.
Do it faster! All right, back on the surface. Dr. Chella and Lieutenant Harvey are leading that away team down into the planet itself.
Go, Chella, go.
Tredik leads you down a hallway and into a small chamber that on a first glance has the feel of like a little ancient control room. There are more of those grooves etched into not only the walls but actual tables that you might expect to be consoles and stuff like that, right? One side of the chamber is made of an opaque glass, and Tredik swipes one hand through the air and the glass slowly turns transparent. And what is revealed staggers your senses. The control room is situated at the top of a massive... Hang on, I was changing the music because I wanted it to be cool. Now I've ruined it! The control room is situated at the top of a massive chamber dug deep into the planet's surface. For as far as you can see, down into the darkened depths are rows upon rows of connected pentagonal sarcophaguses. Attached to pentagonal spires so massive that you cannot see their bases below. There are thousands of spires, hundreds of thousands of sarcophaguses. Very faint blue energy courses up and down the spires and into those sarcophaguses. Many of those spires are entirely dark, no doubt damaged or unpowered due to the extreme age they must have down here in this planet, or the damage that the planet has sustained. You can still feel those rumbles, and you can hear the crashes of like asteroids outside hitting the planet's surface. Tredik indicates the massive holding chamber with one hand. These are mine to safeguard. The Tilakau. I am their ward. I have failed them, but I can save them and those above with your help. And like, you imagine he would have indicated Setu 6 when he said that, kind of up into back up onto the surface.
Chella immediately has the medical tricorder out and is scanning for signs of life inside these sarcophagi.
Absolutely. Cool. I'd like you to roll for me insight and medicine.
I'd love to roll for you. Insight, medicine, absolutely.
Any
Xenobiology focus?
Yeah. And this is going to be difficulty 2, I think. A little bit more than usual.
Good. Complication range is still standard?
Yeah, there's no major nothing complicating your task here, I don't think.
Might I have that last point of momentum, folks?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. Let's go. Ooh, that's only one success from Dr. Chella.
the technology here, the depths at which you're trying to scan, the possible physical barriers that you're trying to overcome are just a bit too much. So you are unsure whether there are life signs still in those sarcophaguses.
I'll just turn to. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. What is this NPC's name again? Assessor
Tredik. The Assessor Tredik.
Tredik, are they still alive? What happened to them?
As many as can withstand this for so long. We need to restore power. We need to restore power to these so that they are safe when we can transport them again. They are in a suspended state. They have been that way for eons. And there is no way to revive them until we can return their displaced Aderi with their bodies.
Dairy. What's in a dairy?
Please just help. We need to restore power, enough power, so that we can transport them again.
Okay, you want us to help? We'll help. Harv, we're gonna need to get all hands on deck for this. I think the message won't. The message out there is gonna have to wait.
Yeah, sure. And he'll tap the comm badge and have everyone come into this chamber.
Get the teams down here.
Yes.
All right.
Even the ones that are looting a dead planet. Anyone who is like in the vicinity, in the building, is coming down.
No, that's absolutely fine. Okay. In order to restore power, Tredik informs you that you've got to get through into that massive chamber in order to work on some of those, like, essentially power conduits. The way that he explains it kind of makes sense to you, Harvey, but in a very alien kind of way. Mm-hmm. So you have essentially got to reconnect some of the broken connections built into the walls and like the larger spires that are here. You can see a way to physically get round to them, and then you've got to reboot a couple of reactors, a secondary reactor and a primary reactor. You can see in a kind of holographic display, Tredik shows you how this is kind of laid out.
Well, Doc, if you want to stick by the console and reactivate the reactors, I'll get my hands dirty and rewrite power and sort that out.
Sounds good.
Okay. Right. Okay.
All right. Tim, if you need to leave us, that's a shame, but it's all cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's daytime for me, and
yeah, no problem.
I'm technically at work on like an extended lunch, so sometimes it gets cut short. And today looked like one of those days when it's getting cut short. So, Ambassador Ostron is going to be his most badass Andorian self that he possibly can today.
We'll make sure.
The way I want to play it. Just to tell you how I want to end this, because I have a feeling we're going to end this episode. But I want the Thunderchild to be the last one to leave the system, and to not make any move to assist the Romulans until they specifically ask for it. Otherwise, we make no aim for assistance, as just kind of like an extra finger to the. But I do want them to try and figure out where that message came from. So if that came from one of the ships, then that ship is the one we help, and then the rest are kind of like, whatever, bitches. You asked to go there. I told you not to.
All right, absolutely.
Tough love, baby. Tough love.
I love it. You went a little bit more. You're back in the Admiral's good books, I think.
Nice. All right, peeps. Love you all. I'll leave the camera going.
You too, Tim. No worries.
Come watch me and play stuff. but love you. Bye.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye. Let's pop up the little absence thingy. Need 2 ticks. There we go. All right. And from outside, you hear the deafening shriek of impulse engines somewhere. And undoubtedly, the Romulans have sent some of their smaller vessels, some assault shuttles, something like that. You know this type of shuttle, and it can carry up to like 10 armed Centurions, and they're all coming down to kind of grab the spoils as well and to kind of figure out what they can. Tredik kind of has a sense of anger now about him as he kind of hears that with you, and you hear echo in your minds, "Them, not again." And he wishes you fair fortune, and then like floats back out of the chamber, up back towards the surface. And you
Quite
have
nice to have like a alien ghost on your side.
And you have, the two of you have a whole like Starfleet away and engineering team kind of just staring at you, ready to work.
I think Chella is the highest ranking officer here at Lieutenant. So Chella's gonna start sending teams to start reassessing the power couplings that need to be fixed, and like is going to start relaying teams, I guess. I'm not very good at command, but let's go.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. Tell you what, roll me a presence and command test difficulty 0. Let's get some momentum going.
All right, sounds good. That's a crit with 2 successes.
Nice.
I love that. So you got yourselves a couple of momentum to start off with the tasks as well. All right. The reconnection of some of these broken circuits, this alien technology in these like obelisks and spires, as you manage to get over to them, there are dozens of these broken circuit connections that team has to work out, and they have to get over all of these like difficult, unstable walkways cut into stone, cut into caves and crust of the earth. So this involves physically removing some damaged panels and like clearing out clogged energy pathways. But Harvey, this is your expertise, right? This is your power system stuff.
Yep.
This is a fitness and engineering task with a difficulty.
I mean, the fitness part not great, but
because of the state of the like planets going crazy, because of the alien nature of the technology. This is going to be difficulty 3. Doctor, you can assist by coordinating the team, and so you can apply your focus as well to this Tilical technology.
Sounds good. What would it be for the assist? What am I rolling?
I think it's going to be like presence and engineering, I'd expect, or science. Do you have a better science?
I'd say I got a better science.
Nice, yeah. So you're kind of deciphering what this all means. Harvey, you're in the guts of it.
Yeah, I would like to buy a extra dice, please, with a momentum.
Yep, no problem.
I'm going to use my focus of EPS, or I'm assuming it's like an EPS thing, but alien kind of thing. So it's just energy transfer.
A power system.
Basically, power system.
Yeah. I love the fact that you can apply that, so we'll use that.
That's it for me. Any complications? No complications?
This complication is 19 or 20 because you've got those awkward walkways, I think.
Yeah. Balancing. It's like a Tomb Raider thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
I would tell you what, actually, because you've got the whole team working with you as well. Actually, they're the ones who are enabling you to actually like just figure out, get this task going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No
Okay.
help from the doctor, unfortunately.
That's okay. We'll see how we go. Harvey is not the fittest of people. Oof. So 1 success and 1 complication.
Should have
Oof.
gone with Burrell to the gym. Instead of being like, no, I'll go with my own little private arboretum that I've got in my wall.
Yeah.
Listen,
All right. So
eat
working on one
vegetables.
spire yourself, Harvey, you're trying to reconnect some of the broken, power relays that are going into it. But as you do, some of the stone walkway underneath you begins to give way, and you need to move immediately as some of the spire starts coming down as well. I'm going to need you to make a daring and or fitness and security test with a difficulty of 3. Tom, do not fail this task. Below you is an unfathomable drop as this walkway is starting to collapse around you.
Okay.
I cannot begin to calculate the fall damage that you will take.
In that case, then, I think I will use my determination to ensure that I do not drop. And I need to use a value to do that?
Yeah, you need to invoke one of your values. So
Hey,
which one are
you
you
know what?
Or
applying
you
to
can
it?
call upon the mission directive as well.
Yeah, you do
Oh,
have mission
good point.
directives, yeah.
Let's have a look. I'm trying to remember the
So if
mission
you go back to the
directive.
log, you've got investigate additional disturbances, prevent any adversaries from obtaining Tilical technology, establish first contact with the Tilical.
I suppose it's established first contact, right?
Yeah, so you're out here to do that. You need to establish that first contact, but you need
Yeah.
to get this power
Okay.
working first in order to do
I'll
so.
do a
yeah.
determination, so I get
Okay.
a plus 2 successes anyway.
Yeah.
And
Any
just roll.
more dice?
No.
All right.
I've got.
Don't let
so
me kill
you said
another of your
difficulty. What was
characters,
the
Tom.
difficulty? What was the difficulty? 3?
3.
Oh, in that case, yeah, definitely. Another dice.
You've banked 2 successes already with your determination, right?
Yeah, I want to make sure.
So
I get
you'd be
this.
rolling 2 dice, but you
2
can
dice.
roll.
I
more.
want an extra dice.
You want
I
an extra dice?
first.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Yes,
that-
you do, Tom.
That is
Yes.
You haven't seen what my security is. I want an extra.
All right, that's going to cost
Harvey's
you
good at
1 momentum,
something.
obviously, and a threat, as that's the 4th dice in the pool.
And I haven't got any focuses that'll help me. Anything like that. So let's roll.
You're about to either
Oh,
have a
I'm
focus
fine. I'm
or
fine.
never again have a focus. So
that's
3, 4,
So
5.
it's 4, 5. So we-
Perfect. All right, 2 momentum back
2
into the
momentum.
pool. Lovely. We love that. And you
He, like, goes
survive.
flat
yeah.
against the
Come
thing.
on. What does this look like?
So he probably is like pulling, like trying to get some of these rock off, or just to get like an energy thing away and to repair it. And he starts pulling away and pulling. It won't go. And there's a big shake of the thing, and it comes away. But as it comes away, it starts breaking down the floor by him, and he starts slipping, and his hands kind of go out like that, and just grab hold of the slimmest rock, and then pulls himself back and is back to the wall. He's like, and he looks down. He went, oh, I shouldn't have looked down. I shouldn't have looked down. Okay, just look at the work. Just look at the energy. Energy, yes. Energy flows. That's it. Okay.
Chella, seeing this, what's your reaction? Oh, we can't hear
You're
you.
muted.
I muted myself. I yell out. Okay. I wish there was actual safety guidelines, tethers, something that could hold people up. But okay, focus on the task. And I'm gonna be like, teams over there, watch your step, everybody.
Nice. All right.
You okay? To Harvey, you okay?
Oh, he's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, a little
I'm
chirp on the
fine.
communicator.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just concentrating on getting this repaired. Mm-hmm.
All right. Chella is stressed, much like Anita at this moment.
I did grab the combat chirp as well, actually. Here you go.
Yeah.
There it is. I need to find a way. I was doing a little Google to find a way if I could actually let you guys like have some little buttons on the bottom
that
to let
would be
you play
cool,
these sounds as
yeah.
well, so you can just be like, I want to hail someone. Beep. You know.
Beep.
Okay. Let's jump back up to the venture. Let's go to my notes on this actually. So, next up, we've got to prepare the power grid for this so that we can actually get enough power through the deflector and the tractor beam in order to do this. This is going to be difficulty 3, definitely going to be engineering and engines for the ship.
Okay.
Do you want to roll the task?
Yeah, I think for this one, I think Burrell is getting
you're in
there
operations
herself.
and like engineering. You're at the consoles on the bridge now. You're overheading this because the admiral, like you're there to be the admiral's ops officer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are overseeing that preparation of the power grid. So this is going to be. Well, how do you want to approach this attribute-wise?
I think control, because it's all about, like timing certain things and being very precise in her movements and orders and timings
and then engineering, obviously.
Yeah, control engineering, yeah.
And then the ship will assist with engines and engineering.
Okay, so
Difficulty
I'll do
3.
ship. Okay. I'll buy a die.
You'll buy a die. All right.
Yeah, and I'll do the ship first.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
Okay.
So it's not a success. Could I use my focus of ship operations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Complication range, 19 and 20.
Oh, I got 2 successes.
Throwing out the complication range there. All right. I need the engines to take a breach, please. As they're just like power's being rerouted. Can you also reduce the power, because you've got the power stat on the ship?
Yes.
From its maximum there to reduce it by 1.
Okay.
So just reduce its current power by 1, not its maximum power by 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just taking like a bit of the power, the excess power that is able to be generated in order to do that. Okay. Next up, we got to get the ship into position. So this is about the helm getting it into the right place. Do you want the crew to roll for this, or do you want to roll for this?
The crew are basic. Say this is like the big, nice, big, flashy ship. They're a basic crew.
Well, we all knew that though, right? It's the Venture.
Yeah, it's the Venture, right? They show up late. And Burrell actually has a pretty high con stat. She has a 4 con, so she's a pretty good pilot.
Shit, you are good.
So yeah, I will take the helm. I think
right.
maybe she's been barking orders to engineering, so she parks herself at helm.
Yeah.
She's in the I don't trust anyone else to not mess this up sort of situation, which is not ideal.
You're just like hovering over the helms person as they're like carefully, doing this.
She's doing like the tentacle thing.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being handed a pad by somebody. No pads in sight. She is focused.
All pads have been cleared from the bridge. There's not a pad within
They're not
30
allowed.
feet of her.
Okay. Susie, this is going to be difficulty 4. As we're ramping up to getting this working.
Okay.
You've got to... The ship has to be, like, moved about at almost impulse power, like, a bunch. To try and, like, get in the way of the gravimetric distortions.
Okay. Anita, why would you do that to me right now?
What's this?
She's put a freaking modern quote in chat. But had to be Burrell. Anyone else would have gotten it wrong.
I had my first Star Trek Adventures game, as a side tangent, my first Star Trek Adventures game, we had an Andorian scientist who was basically Morden Solus, and that was one of her values.
That's gorgeous.
If Burrell starts singing, I am the very model of modern general. Then we know we're in trouble. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna buy 2 die, so have some threat, because you're below 2 digits, which I think is not
I'm
natural.
feeling a little bit naked, if I'm honest.
It's not right.
So that was, hang on, so that's 1, so it's 2 more threat for 2. Yeah, okay, cool. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. So you're rolling 4 dice.
4 dice, yeah. So this would be, oh my god, the Venture is a tank. It's got a con of 1.
Control and con. And it's going to be supported by the engines and con.
Okay, I'll roll for the ship first.
A success! Well, the engines are pretty chunky. That was an 11 on the, 11 target number on the die.
Not bad. It's
pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right, here's me. If you all die, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. I'm the best pilot. Harvey, who are you? Get out. Untouchable, golden god.
Golden god! That's it. That's exactly what was in my head. 5 successes. Difficulty 4. You got 1 momentum back. All right. Comms go through. What do you want to say to Harvey and Chella down on the surface as you're preparing this? I need a little, those little cut moments in on screen where it's like we need to cut to the next person, so we're going to do a little line to the next group. What's your little comm message to them down on the surface?
Trying to get them to it's almost time to be cough, right? But she'll be like, I'm buying your time, you're welcome, but hurry up.
Okay, that means that we've also got more time to stop the Romulans that are down on the planet raiding it.
Does Burrell not know that?
Well, I mean, it was kind of over the comms.
Yeah. So this is kind of a fairly open comms channel. The Admiral hears that just kind of next to you, Burrell, and you just see her just like, oh my god.
I'm just saying
they're just raiding the place.
We just had a Romulan troop transport land on the planet's surface. Only you can probably guess exactly what they're doing.
Well, I'm buying you time, not them.
All right.
The Admiral nods at you there.
We're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Harvey, it's time to reboot the secondary power regulator. This is you, buddy. This is a reason and engineering task with a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
You got this, Harv.
Okay. Any complication? Would you like any complication?
Extra complications at this point. You're on a little bit of a sturdy footing. You're at that second regulator. Chella, if you want to assist as well from your station.
Sure. Can I assist with the reason in science?
Absolutely, yeah. And your focus as well.
Additive 2.
That's an assist.
You said difficulty 2, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
You have an assist. You have 1 success from the assist.
Okay. I want to start picking up some momentum. So here we go. Extra 2.
So a third success there. Very, very nice. Gives you a point of momentum.
I like to think that Harvey has that conversation just went over the thing and say, you gotta hurry up, we're running out of time. It's like, oh yeah, gotta hurry up, I gotta activate an entire alien thing that we've barely had a conversation about while Romulans are down here, and if I don't succeed, an entire race of alien could potentially die, and an entire ship as well. So yeah, no pressure. This is all going well. He's literally just talking to himself as he's kind of.
He's got comms open.
The comms are open.
Comms are open.
He's just forgot.
Completely forgot. Yeah, this is fine.
The Admiral is like, to the tactical officer on the Venture, is just like, shut that off.
Last thing you hear from Burrell is, don't lock your knees.
He looks down. His knees. Okay.
Oh my god. All right. Final task of this, guys, is to reboot the primary power regulator. This is a reason and engineering task again. I will take suggestions for attribute, actually, if you want to change it up a little bit. This is difficulty 3.
Okay. Okay.
We have two momentum in the pool.
Doctor, you can assist as well.
Definitely buying a momentum. I'm buying a dice with a momentum.
You're buying a
Definitely
dice?
doing
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
absolutely.
And you said difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. You still got your focus of power systems?
I do, yes.
So you're good there?
I do.
I think it's time for more rat.
Oh,
on.
no.
You know, I was thinking it.
Come
I
on,
was thinking it.
add a die.
I mean, that
this
threat
is your
in
moment
single
of the
figures
this Thomas is your
just-
moment of the session. Roll 5 dice. Do it.
Go on then.
Go on,
Go
Tom.
on.
Do
You've
it.
Come on.
persuaded me. You've persuaded
All
me.
right, so I'm gonna add 4
85,000.
threat.
Right.
No.
85,000.
Let's rock and roll.
That's how much Q has. 85,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I want a Q episode so badly.
I hate Q. I hate Q episodes. I hate the whole like you can just do anything, silly genie stuff. All right, sorry. Controversial Star Trek opinion. On with the show.
All right.
Roll me 5
Okay.
dice, Tom.
Wow.
All successes.
All
And another success from the Doctor. That is 6 successes. 3 momentum back in the pool. You what's ridiculous is the book doesn't actually say a little note if you succeed, only if you fail. But you have succeeded. Power starts to be rerouted up through the spires. You see a little bit of that crackling energy going up through them. The sarcophagi start, like, more of them start to glow, and then almost like street lights turning on, like down a road, like across a thing. These things start to light up and start to illuminate, and just as far as you can make out, these things are beginning to be powered again. You hear Tredik say, "Thank you. I am dealing with those above. You have helped. Please leave before this planet is and I are nothing more. I will move the Tilakal."
Okay. Do you have coordinates so we can talk later? To communicate later, or?
You don't hear anything back.
Right.
I think that's our cue to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's pack it up and run.
All right, teams, back to the Blairphone. Let's go.
All right. Susie, I need the Venture to buy them the time to
Okay.
get off this planet.
Okay.
So this task is obviously going to be to actually like properly emit the beam, the tractor beam thing, to give them this ability to leave off the planet and such. And so this is going to be difficulty 5. This is your moment of the session. You haven't spent your determination yet.
No.
You are the operations officer in charge of this little bit of the mission. It's your call how this goes. You've got the assistance from the Venture, as ever, the ship assisting. But yeah, difficulty 5 to get this effect working perfectly, giving the Bellerophon all the opportunity they need to get everybody off the surface.
Okay. So I'll use my determination. I'll use part of the machine. So when Burrell's like in the zone, she's just like
You are
just-
you are the flotilla. You are the fleet right now.
Yeah.
The Akira is coming in, has been shadowing the Romulan warbirds. You've got warbirds all around you. The Akira is positioning itself in front of you to give yourself a defensive position. They're matching your flight path. They're matching what you're doing. The planet now is getting so close to each other. Bits of it are starting to literally crack apart. You've got to get these distortions under control and just give that bit of the planet, that tiny speck of the surface, enough stability to let the Bellerophon leave off. This is deflectors like weapons and engineering from the ship, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So what does this look like from you in terms of like your approach, like your attribute?
I think we use security for this rather than engineering.
Firing the deflector,
firing the
firing the
deflector.
tractor beam.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think control again, because it's all about like being very precise.
Cool.
With what we're doing.
All right.
So I use my determination, so that would be 2. We've got the ship assisting, so I'll roll the ship. Ship gives us 1.
Okay.
With a fake complication.
Yeah.
That's not real. Okay. I will buy 2 die. Because I use my determination.
Okay.
So I'm rolling 4.
You're rolling.
Or should I just roll 5?
Well,
Yeah,
you
no,
you
just full hog
can't
it.
because
Oh, I can't.
when you use your determination, it's like you buy an extra die that's already rolled a 1.
That's right.
So that 4th die in the pool costs you 2 momentum. So that's down to 1 there.
Yeah, okay. I'm just maxing out what I can roll. I want to save them.
Yeah, no problem.
I have to
And then
save
it's
them.
another 3 for that one. So back up to 14 threat. So we're down to 0.
There we go,
and
that's-
14.
It's healthier threat for you there.
Yeah, exactly. I
Okay.
feel better now.
I'm going to roll them. I can't look.
Okay. It's 4 successes.
5 with the ship. And then
No, it's 3 successes from you.
3 successes from me.
5 with the determination.
5.
And a 6
then the
from the
ship.
ship. Oh, I thought we hadn't made it then. Oh. So very close. Okay. That beam. Oh, let's see if we've got a little readout thing. We did all the tasks. All the tasks were good. Yes. You are able, so that it's like a blue beam is emitted from the deflector dish. In effect, it's got that kind of wave pattern of a tractor beam as it emits, as it repels the kind of like the gravimetric distortions that are affecting the planet. You can see that arc beam all the way down to the planet's surface where the Bellerophon landed. And the ship is shaking. It's kind of like holding there, but it is very, very difficult with the con officer just managing to expertly pilot that. As you can see, Setu 6 start to, like it's being vacuumed up by Candidate 3. Parts of it are now starting to come apart and actually fall into the atmosphere. Dr. Harvey, as you re-emerge on the surface, our away teams are in a rush. Command officers in red are pointing at the ship and flagging people that way just to go. They are there to get people to where they need to be the last people here to get you off. They're pushing you away, kind of towards where the Bellerophon is, and they're getting everyone up on the Bellerophon. Suddenly, little rocks, little objects around you start to kind of float a little bit, and you start to feel the comfort of 1G again. As this arc, this huge, like, kind of like light from the sky of this, like, tractor beam effect kind of encapsulates the kind of kilometers around you and the ship just off to where its landing position is. And, that kind of, like, I guess, angelic light gives you enough time to get to the Bellerophon without having to, like, rush, without having to get you to, like, make a test to make sure that it's that. Kind of off in the distance, you can literally see, like, bits of the crust of the planet start to, like, submerge or raise up in different places, but there is this almost kind of perfect spherical kind of arc, this radius around you and the ship that just seems protected, that just seems contained right now as you rush aboard the Bellerophon. You make your way up onto the gangway and onto the lower decks of the Bellerophon. And with the Venture as it is, like vibrating with the power and trying to fight off these gravimetric distortions. And as the Bellerophon its landing gear starts to lift off, and you can feel those thrusters start to push and make their way up into the atmosphere. You just have a moment, Harvey, Doctor, just to kind of sit kind of in those lower decks for just a second, so you can feel the ship kind of start to head off.
Like deep breath of relief. I need a drink.
Harvey kind of nods. Yeah, me too. I've really got to stop going onto planets. Every time bad things happen. Hey. Do you think that they were alive, those sarcophaguses?
Alive but missing something.
Oh. Well, we got to save a lot of people.
Yeah. That felt pretty good though, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
short of the you almost dying kind of thing?
yeah, maybe I'm not gonna go anywhere too high up for a while, just while I get over almost falling into an endless black into the crust of a failing planet. But
Yeah, probably best not.
yeah. I think I might stick to the station or for a bit, to do some work there. Yeah.
Chella's gonna give Harvey a kiss, if it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely off guard. He's like, oh.
So,
I gotta go to sick bay, see if anybody needs tending to.
Yeah, and as she goes, he's just staring forward like, oh.
as the Venture can't hold anymore, it sees the Bellerophon on its screens head up through the atmosphere and is now space-bound. Burrell, from your station, Chella from sickbay, just as you walk in, as you enter, and Harvey as you sit just up the gangway from the lower decks, waiting. Wherever you are, you all see the following phenomena unfold right in front of you, before your very eyes. The massive beam of energy that the Venture was pushing out through its navigation dish changes colour and then freezes in place, then spins into a glittering swirl of prismatic light. Tiny rips in space open up before each of you, spilling out into the colour of the rainbow in every possible direction, cycling through the spectrum into countless hues and shades that you never thought could exist, and which carry the scent of 100,000 species of flowers. The swirling vortices on the planet and aboard the starships are approximately humanoid-sized, while those, as you take in the spectacle appearing right in front of you, a feminine form appears within each vortex simultaneously, presenting the same message to each of you at the same time. As before, this is a tall humanoid alien clad in a form-fitting dress and what appears to be wings on her back, the tiara atop her head, and those solid blue eyes. As they take full shape within that shimmering light, they themselves seem translucent almost, and completely blue themselves. They reach out a hand toward you, either maybe in greeting or in supplication. Friends, well met. I am Ash Tamalia of the Displaced Tilakal. My people and I need your help. We have been trapped for countless millennia in this broken dimension, and we must escape. The prismatic lights flicker, nearly go out, and then surge back just in front of you. The stress on Ash Tamalia's face is palpable as the light flickers, as if they are making some great effort to keep this vortex open. We're out of time. We cannot further hold open the way. Take my hand, please. And they reach out their hand to each of you simultaneously, somehow being able to appear in multiple places at the same time. What do you do?
Chella takes the hand.
Big old button. Take that hand.
Press that button.
So Harvey kind of he pauses for a minute, and his eyes flicker just to one side to where Chella's gone, because he doesn't know this has happened to her, and he hesitates for a minute, and then he'll extend his hand out and take it.
All right.
I will look back to the Admiral and you know, like not make an acknowledging look to her, like, you know, something before I don't just peace out on the bridge, like, see ya.
Laters.
Yeah. And she's kind of in absolute astonishment, but you get a sense on her face of that kind of pride of, this is kind of like what Starfleet's about. It's about taking those steps of exploration and really kind of finding out what's going on. It is the three of you. Like, there is a vortex in front of you, Burrell. There is not a vortex in front of any of the other crew members aboard the Venture. And as each of you take her hand, Ash Tamalia forms a clasp around your hand with an expression of profound gratitude. And then each of you are pulled, like the gift targ was pulled into that subspace space dimension thing. You are all transported out of the known universe. And that is where we will end our session for today.
End the campaign, we're all dead.
It's
it.
just
Everyone's dead.
casual.
No longer exists.
That's at the very least like a season finale. That sounds like.
Yeah, that was a big one. So actually, that was in effect the season finale for the Living Campaign. I think actually, when we originally did it, and then the campaign obviously builds from there and it expands on with the book. So yeah.
Ooh.
Thanks, friends. So well done. You've completed the Displaced of the main quest.
Yay!
We were doing weird dimensional jumps before Starfield, before it was cool. So go us.
Yeah.
Because this was written like a few years ago. So go us. And yeah, we will catch up with the crew, this assemblance of characters, very soon. But before then, I feel like we owe Eka an episode.
An episode.
An episode. To investigate what's going on, reestablish a little bit of their enterprise and avoid all the litigation and stuff, and start to dig
Gotta
in.
beat those allegations.
Got to beat those allegations. We've got to dig into what's been happening, find out more of that conspiracy and the stuff about the feud and how it's all intertwined with some stuff. Absolutely.
Maybe I'll place a call to Carrie and Terry.
One of them's dead, right?
No.
Both alive.
Oh, I
both
thought one of them.
survived.
I thought you decided one of them had died or something.
No.
No, they're experts, innit?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
experts.
We're experts at what we do.
That's what we're going to do next
I think
episode.
Both of them are working as cooks at Echoes.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
They're undercover with the kind of
I'm a gourmet chef.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, that's fine. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh no.
All right. Thank you, friends. That was The Displaced. Let us go around. Let us know where we can find you on the internet, what you're up to, all that good stuff, and then we'll announce the prize winners as well. Anita, you're up first as usual.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anita, otherwise known as Panita. I am a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom space. I'm also the founder of Critical Misses, which is a Twitch channel that does APs, interview shows, and the like. We just finished our rebrand, so if you check out our Twitch channel, you'll see a fancy new logo and some new accoutrement about the space. And yeah, we also do a morning talk show on Saturdays called Morning Ritual. Our guest this week, his name is Tom, but not Hot Flakes Tom. He actually created something called the Deck of Player Safety, and it's very cool. So because you should have safe RPGs. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's me.
Thank you very much. Tom, the other Tom.
Hi.
Not that Tom.
No, it's this Tom.
Yeah.
The hottest flaky Tom. The flaky Tom.
The flakiest Tom.
Oh.
The hottest, flakiest Tom.
Yeah.
Like a croissant, fresh from the oven.
I am Hot Flakes Tom. You can find me on Twitter and Discords and everything like that. I don't stream at the moment or anything like that. And I think this is the only stream I'm currently on. I do have a game that I'm currently doing with the lovely Lindy that is offline at the moment, but that I'm sure that will eventually see the light of day, which is a lot of fun there. That I just did a session yesterday with her and Don, and it was an absolute blast. But for me, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to be just here next Tuesday, as always, having a blast playing Star Trek. I really do love playing Star Trek. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Susie.
Hello. I don't have a nickname like Hot Flakes Tom. I'm just Susanna Grace, which is my actual name, kind of. But it's Susanna with one N. So if you're looking for me on the internet and you put Susanna with two N's, then you're not going to find me. So make sure you put one N in there. And I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Threads, I'm wherever anyone else is at the minute. I'm on Instagram. Don't use it, but I'm on there. I will be streaming tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll be catching up with Lies of P. We're in a boss fight at the minute of Fuoco, and he's a very hot, fiery engine boy who keeps setting me on fire, and I'm not happy about that. So we're going to go kick his butt tomorrow. So tune in for that. And then otherwise, yeah, I'm here. That's it, right? At the minute, here or on my channel. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. And as for me, you can find me around the internet at RPG Webby. I've thought about making some TikToks. I have a bunch bookmarked that I want to what is it when you reply to them? Stitch. I want to stitch a bunch of stuff, mainly D&D opinions, stuff like that. So I might do that soon when I'm not really tired from work. We're building up to a bunch of stuff right now, launching Dreams and Machines later in the year in November, and we are also going to have Cohorts Cthulhu come out as a Kickstarter in October, which is what I'm working on right now. So if you want to check that out, you can go to cohortscthulhu.com, I think, but head over to modiphius.net or modiphius.us, and you can find it really easily from there. It's on the homepage at the moment. You can get this here game at modiphius.net or modiphius.us or your local friendly gaming store as well. This very campaign, the Shackleton Expanse. Go find it. Go buy it. It's a really, really cool campaign. We haven't even met the waterfaring otter race yet, and they're going to be awesome. So I can't wait for that. Yeah, there's going to be some...
Somewhere out there, James is going ballistic.
I know, he's very angry about that. He doesn't think it's legit. I think they're lovely. I think they're lovely. Little 6-foot otters, that's seafaring. It's brilliant. There's even artwork. Yeah, that's it. From my ramblings. Well done to someone who I couldn't reply to. Stikizia, well done to you who won the competition for the Roll20 thingy. Congratulations. Fallout is on a little bit of a hiatus next week, so they won't be streaming on a Monday, but we will be back on the Tuesday as per usual. Back with Eka this time as we figure out what's going on with them while everyone's in a different dimension. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's going to be lovely. I can't wait for the motley Cockney crew to come back and be the specialists, mercenaries that we know and love.
Specialists?
Yep, that's the word I used. All right, thanks everyone. We will see you next week. Take care, live long and prosper. Bye-bye. Peace out.
Bye.
See you next week.